Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. This is Paul McMann with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, December 19th, 2024, 6:30 in the morning. So glad you could join me this morning here at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to make it so that you don't have to work a little bit harder and that you can find success as a currency trader using our simple but accurate proprietary indicators. And my goal here is to show you one of our dozen trading strategies, and so you can see how simple and accurate they are for yourself. So with that, let's jump in, and we need to listen to this guy, and then we can get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach using a number of methods. We've got recordings. We've got group webinars. We do live trades like this, where an experienced trader comes online and kind of walks you through their analysis. And by watching, you can understand what they do and replicate it. I do 3 live trades a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning and Monday afternoon. Also, every afternoon, I send out an overnight trade setup that you can copy with a little video so that you can see how I figured it out. Last night's trade setup closed profitably. When you become a member, we do many more live trade sessions every morning at 10 a.m., every evening at 6 p.m. And what we consider to be the kind of crucial ingredient to make you go from good to best is we do lots of training every week. We are constantly reinforcing the fundamentals so that you can get better. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me make sure I don't forget anything. Every morning, good to refresh your green chart, clears out the memory, and picks up any updates they might have done. One piece of your trading protocol should be that every either evening or morning, the next morning, you go back and you take a look at the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted to try to figure out what, if anything, you might have done wrong. With our simulator, you can go back to a specific time. Well, in addition to being able to back test with the simulator, where you go and you can practice identifying setups. It allows you to go back to that specific point in time and see what the chart was telling you, and if there was any indication in the chart that the trade might not have, shouldn't have gone the way, that signaled that the trade wasn't as good as you thought. We are technical traders. We are, which means we are trading based on the price action. not the news. Fundamental traders trade on the news. But even though we are trading on the price action, and our indicators are very good at being able to help us figure out what direction the move is going, and we make money by there being movement in the market, doesn't matter which direction, as long as we can predict it, we can make money on it. We want to know what news events are happening. And yesterday there was an interest rate announcement in the afternoon, and you saw that it caused a 140 pip move in the Euro USD, and with that we didn't take a trade. Even though we had a signal on the overnight trade, because that news event so skewed the market. I like to see what the news events are on forexfactory.com. It breaks news down into kind of three components. Yellow, which is low impact, we ignore those. Orange, which is a medium impact, I ignore those, but you can pay attention, especially when they're coupled up with a red, which is high impact. So this morning at 7, we've got some news on the pound yen. Bank rate votes, and they're going to announce their interest rates. And this morning at 8:30 on the dollar, we've got GDP and unemployment claims. So we will stay away from the dollar this morning and the pound. So that limits us a little bit. And my general rule of thumb is to stay out of the market 2 hours before the news event, so we don't get stuck. What happens is these numbers are published numbers, and they're sitting on somebody's desk before the announcement, and people who are connected are able to get this information and trade on it a little earlier. So we don't want to get stuck. The indicator won't pick it up until the news is announced, so it may cause the pair to trade differently. So we just avoid it. So with that, we are going to trade, or the trade that I actually, my preferred trade is something called a 10-point trade plan, or trade point 10-point signal. We've got a dozen different signals. This one suits me. I like to trade it off of a 1 hour chart. Typically, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips on a 1 hour chart. And my sweet spot tends to be 11 pips. If I can make 11 pips 3 times a day, I am doing terrific. And usually it'll take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours for the move to occur. So I get in, get out, and then I'm done. So with that, let's see what we've got this morning. Chart I'm trading off of is the light 6 major. It's one of the standard charts. I call it a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on the 1 hour time frame, which means that each of these candles have 1 hour's worth of information in them, and each of the lines have 1 hour's worth of information in them. This first chart is all U.S. pairs. So I start, and what we're trying to look for is we want all the lines from all 3 sections of the chart to be going the same direction. And when we get that, we have a high probability trade. Now here we've got the lines going in the same direction, but let me tell you why there are certain kind of constraints we're looking at. We're going to start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I am looking for situations where we are oversold and the lines are going up, and then I'm going to ride the up movement, or when we're overbought and the lines are going down. In this case, we're overbought, but the lines are sideways. So they're not quite ready yet. So if I don't see what I want here, I don't need to look at the TNTs or the pressure. First step is I want either overbought with all the lines coming down or oversold and all the lines going up. Euro USD, we have overbought. All the lines are going down. There are 4 things I'm looking for. So 1, overbought. 2, the lines are going down. 3, I want the red line to have crossed over the green line and the black line to have crossed over the gray line, which we have. And then the 4th piece is what is the slope of the line? And I want this to be greater than 45 degrees in the direction that we're moving. Here it's less than 45 degrees. So I would pass on this. I also don't like that we've got a kink in the green line where we're going from more steep to less steep. Pound USD, overbought. Everybody's going down. I've got that double cross that I'm looking for. Red's over the green and black's over the gray. And we do have a little bit of a kink in the line here, but this green line is definitely greater than 45 degrees. So I have all 4 elements that I want here. Green line has entered the channel, which I like. I do not mind that the miners have kind of gone past the halfway mark. I care about the position of the green line, and as long as it's less than halfway, I will consider it. Then I would jump up to the TNTs, 2 orange lines coming down, which supports the sell signal, 2 blue lines going up. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So all 4 lines here are telling me sell. I need at least 3 of the 4. Then I'm going to jump down to my pressure, and I want these lines either going down, which they're not, or I want the red line on top, which it is just crossed over the green line. So I've got 1 point, 4 points, 4 points for 9 points. So this is kind of a pretty good setup. But our issue is we've got news on the pound in 20 minutes and the dollar in an hour and a half. So we're going to pass. Dollar Canadian dollar oversold, going down. Dollar Swiss franc oversold. Majors are sideways, minors are kind of going up. Dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. Green line's got great steepness on it, and it's about to enter the channel. This is a terrific setup. 2 orange lines going down. 2 blue lines going up. So we've got all 4 here. On the pressure, I've got red line clearly on top with the green line pulling away. So I've got a point here. I love this setup. This is a very nice setup. Our only issue is we've got news coming. So with news coming, we're going to pass. Now, if news weren't coming, my next step would be to confirm the setup. And I would confirm the setup by going, rather than going to a composite chart, I'd go to a chart that shows me the pair, but with 6 different time frames. So here, USD JPY. So this is what we were just looking at, the 1 hour chart. I want to confirm on the 2 hour and the 4 hour chart that we're overbought. Lines don't necessarily have to be going down, but I want to be overbought. And the reason being, if this signal weakens, if we're overbought here and overbought here, we'll eventually get the trade. There's one less chance of it stopping out because it's overbought. Although you can see, here's a situation where we were overbought. And you had a 180 pip move. So any trade you would have taken here, you would have gotten stopped out most likely. So, but the issue is there's less of a chance of getting stopped out when you take a sell trade and you're overbought. But can you make, can you take a buy trade when you're overbought and make money? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I'd rather take less trades and be more confident in their accuracy. So we've got the second part of the setup, but I'm not going to take the trade because we've got news coming on it. But I like this. So let's go to I've cloned this chart, and I've got 6 more pairs that are non USD pairs. So euro pound, oversold, everybody's going up. Greens on top, grays on top. Good steepness on the green line. The only thing I don't like is it looks like there's a little kink in here. Green line is entering the channel. I like that. So nice 4 points here. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines coming down, supporting the buy signal here. And here I've got sideways pressure. What makes it sideways is the green line is going up, red line's going down, and the green line is just crossed over. So I've got a point here. I like this trade, but we've got news on it in 15 minutes on the pound. If we go and take a look at the confirmation, that was euro pound, oversold. Both of these are good buy signals by themselves, and we're actually oversold across the board. I'm not going to take this trade now, but if you come back at 7:30 and still see something similar to this, so let that news event go. And then if the signal is still there 30 minutes after, this is a nice trade. So let's see. Australian dollar, yen. We don't have agreement. We're overbought, but minors are going up, majors are coming down. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold, everybody's going down. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, terrific steepness on the green line. In fact, the kink is going from less steep to more steep. So we've got 4 points here. I like that the green line's in the channel. It's less than halfway. I like that all the lines are clustered. The signal is stronger when all the lines are clustered. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. So I got 3 of the 4 here, but I don't have the pressure. I've got down pressure with red on top. I want either these lines going up or the green line on top. Other thing is, I probably wouldn't take this trade even if we had the pressure, because it's evening time in both of these markets. So when I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, I want one of these markets to be actively trading for the move to happen. When the market's not actively trading, it's going to take longer than 1 hour for the move to happen, and the signal could change. Pound yen, overbought, everybody's coming down. Double cross, reds on top, greens on top. Terrific steepness on the green line. So green line's just about to enter the channel. I don't mind that the minors have kind of shot through the halfway point. So I've got nice 4 points here. 2 orange lines coming down, 2 blue lines going up. So all 4 here. I've got up pressure, but red is on top and the green is pulling away. So I've got a point here. Again, a terrific setup here. But we don't want to trade on news. So if I go back to my confirmation overbought. We're overbought across the board. Again, I would come back at 7:30 and see where we're at with this. But we can't take it right now. Euro, Australian dollar, everybody oversold, everybody's going down. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. Steepness is a little better than 45 degrees. So we get the 4 points here. Only thing I don't like is how far the green line is from entering the channel. I prefer it to be closer. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. We've got up pressure, but we got the red line on top. So 1 point, 4 points, and 4 points. Let's take a look at what the other time frames tell us. So that's Canadian dollar, yen. Now it's evening in Japan, but it is approaching morning time here. So overbought on the 2 and the 4 hour. So we now, again, I don't need them to be coming down. This is sideways and this is still going up, but I just want them overbought. So I've got that. Let us then take a look at what the clean chart looks like. So this is a trade where I have to figure out what the trade is worth. And so I'm going to look at a clean chart, and I want to know what the trend is and what the support and resistance is. On some of our trades, it's predetermined what the take profit is. On other trades, like this one, I need to figure it out. So I want to know what the trend is. So here we have an uptrend. Here we have a downtrend. And then this looks like we've started a new uptrend. So let us drop in some support and resistance, which will become the support and resistance, or spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So you can see kind of in here, over here, over here. And I crunch up the chart so I have more data points to draw the line. And on a 1 hour chart, these tend to be about 30 or 40 pips apart. 97. So maybe right in here, right in here, right in here, over here, over here. So let me unscrunch it up so we can see it a little cleaner. And I want to know how far we are from where we're at. So we've got about 25 pips up and 18 pips down. Let's save this. Let's go back and look at. So we're looking at a sell signal here, and we're trading against the trend. So we can see it bounced here and it's bouncing here. Let me, since I'm trading against the trend, I want to take less pips. So I might go to here versus going to the line, which is 15 pips. 15 pips. All right, we're going to take a sell on the Canadian dollar yen for 11 pips. I'm going to be a little more conservative. You can take that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader 4. So Canadian dollar yen, I don't have that open here. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. And Canadian dollar yen is going to probably be down in this third group here. Canadian dollar yen. I'm going to make it a 1 hour chart, so I'm kind of looking at the same thing. And I am going to click New Order. Now, this is a demo account. It's got the 12,300 in it. My lot size is a function of how much I'm trading. And the rule of thumb is to just move the decimal place over 4 spots based on the leverage we're using, which is 200 to 1. So that'd be 1.24 because I'm going to round up. So I could take anywhere from half of that, so 0.6-ish, to double that, 2.4, 2.5. So I'm going to just take the 1.24. 1.24 is my lot size. And I'm going to do market sell. So it records it. I'm going to right click, go to modify, and we're going to go for 11 pips. So 11 pips is 110 points. I just add an extra 0. If I click this little blue copy as button, it does the math for me. And we'll use a 3 to 1 on this. So if I went for 11 pips, I'm going to do a 33 pip stop loss. I'm not going to go in to explain how I've come up with these numbers, but basically it's a function of the accuracy of the trade and how often I'm going to get stopped out. So then I'm going to click modify, and it drops in my support and resistance. And what I want to do is just double check it. I want to double check this against this before I decide. Hold on. So I'm just looking at where this line is in relationship to the current candles. And we're touching this candle. It looks like we should go up just a little bit, but I think we're okay as long as we're touching this wick, where this is touching this wick. So we took a sell for 11 pips on the Canadian dollar yen with a take profit of 108.890, 108.890, and a stop loss of 109.324. 109.324. And that is it for this morning. If you're trading at 7:30, I would go back and look at those couple other trades that we looked at on the pound. We had the euro pound and the pound yen, and see where they're at after that 30 minutes after that news event. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, a terrific strategy to do it is to find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. Absolutely the best way They're going to be able to figure out what you know and give you what you need to know in order to excel. And if they know what they're doing, it just, the time savings is well worth whatever you're going to have to pay them to do it. Now, we do that. We're very good at it. That's why we come online and do it, so that you can see that we're good at it, that we know what we're doing. And we're so confident that we can do it, is that we'll let you trade with our money. So we're kind of putting our money where our mouth is to do that. I'd expect this trade to close within the next 3 hours. Have a terrific rest of your day Thursday. I had originally purchased some tickets to go see University of South Carolina's women basketball game tonight. The women are national champions from last year, and they're rated number 2 this year. But they bumped the game up from 7 p.m. to noontime. So in a little bit, I'm going to head off to the game. I couldn't get my money back, so we'll just take the afternoon off, play a little hooky, and go watch the women play. Very fun. Okay, gang, have a terrific afternoon, and we'll see you this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade setup. I should be back early enough to do that, and then we'll do another live trade on Tuesday morning. All right. Monday afternoon. Have a terrific rest of your day. Bye-bye.